Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I have a need to send a baby card, a congratulations on your first baby card, to one of my customers. And so I thought I would share what I'm going to make with you today. So I'm going to start with a piece of very vanilla cardstock that's cut 8.5 by 5.5. I put it on my Simply Scored and I scored it at the 4 1/4 mark. And that's going to be my card base. Then I'd like to introduce to you a brand new embossing folder. It's called Cloudy Day, and it's a bunch of clouds. And I know that I want to have some clouds on my card front. So I'm going to run the entire card front through my Big Shot and using my embossing folder. So I've got my, I'm going to bend this around so I can put it through this way. I've got my platform on tab 2. No, I don't. I have my platform on tab 1. I have my bottom standard cutting pad, my folder with the cardstock, top standard cutting pad, and I'll run it through. And there we go. We have a beautiful series of clouds floating across the top of the card, or the card front. All right, the next thing I want to do is create some decorations for the front of my card. So I love the Print Poetry Designer Series paper pack. It's this pack here. It's in the spring catalog, and it's filled with designs. And since I know my friend had a baby girl, I want to use a design or a designer series paper that has some pinks and reds and yellows in it. And I'm going to take some corresponding summer star fruit. That's one of the colors in the paper pack. And I'm going to create a scallop border for underneath the designer series paper strip that I'm going to put on the card. There's one side, and I'll run it through the other side, like so. I'm going to turn my designer series paper over, and I'm going to put some snail adhesive on the back. Then I'm going to adhere my summer stars fruit. I used the scallop edge border punch to create the scallop edge on the strip of summer star fruit. And then I'm going to turn it over again, and this time I'm going to add a strip of raspberry ripple, just solid cardstock on the back side. And it just makes the summer star fruit scallop edge stand out a little bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to take another strip of summer star fruit. I love to use up my scraps of cardstock, and I'm going to lay it on the bottom of the designer series paper. There we go. We have the whole bottom piece that I want to put on my card front ready to go. I'm going to flip it over, put some snail adhesive on it, and then I'm going to line it up with the bottom of my card. Just open it up so I don't get confused by the two layers. And just straighten it out a little bit. There we go. There's the front of my card all ready for my stamps. So I'd like to introduce to you a new stamp set in the spring catalog. It's called Henry Says, and I love this little elephant, and it has a congratulations to go with it. So I thought, well, that would be perfect for a baby card, plus elephants to me sort of signify babies. Oh, I've got it already set up and ready to go. I have it on clear block E. You'll want to use clear block E for this stamp because his trunk is so long it doesn't fit on clear block D. I have a scrap piece of Print Poetry Designer Series paper, and I love the idea, since this little elephant is an outline stamp, which means you could stamp and color him. I'm going to stamp him right on top of the designer series paper, like so. And then I'm going to take some paper snips and I'm going to cut him out. So rather than have you sit and watch me cut, I'll stop the video now, and when I'm finished, I'll have him all cut out and ready to go. All right, so there we go. I have the little elephant all cut out and ready to adhere to the front of my card. So I'm going to turn him over and I'm going to add a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals to him because I want to pop him off of the card. Since he's sort of bright and polka dot like, I think he might blend into the background. So I decided I'm going to pop him off the card front. There we go, just peel the back off of the Stampin' Dimensionals. Bring in my card. And there we go. I have him adhered to the front of the card. And then the next thing I'm going to do is do the congratulations phrase. One of the colors in the designer series paper is Raspberry Ripple. So I'm going to use the Raspberry Ripple and the congratulations. I'm going to stamp it on a piece of scrap, very vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to use my word window punch to punch it out. There we go. I'm going to flip it over, and again I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals. I like to use up the edges of my Stampin' Dimensional sheet, and the edge pieces are perfect for the narrowness of the word window punch. And I'm also going to pop off the congratulations because I want it to stand out more, and we're going to put it up at a little angle so it looks like he's blowing out the congratulations. And then one final embellishment for the front of the card. The elephant's eye kind of disappears in the pattern, so I have some rhinestone jewels, and I have a couple of ones that are left that are the sort of medium-sized ones. So I'm going to take a rhinestone jewel off of the sheet and put it over top of the eye to complete the card. For a complete listing of the supplies and measurements that I used to make this card, and I'll make sure that you have the measurements for all of the layers, and to see a close-up photo of this card if the video is too far away for you to see it, please visit my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you're a customer newsletter subscriber. I send out free newsletters each month with ideas you won't see anywhere else. You can place an order for the products used to make this card. You can learn more about my Facebook business page. I have exclusive samples on there as well. Or you can just ask me a question. I'm Terry. I'm Nuts About Stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.